Hi, everybody. Welcome to 155 Jackson Street in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, the future home of the Brio Building and the Oshkosh Food Co-op. My name is Joy Hahnemann, and I'm a member of the Merge Urban Development Group development team. We had to cancel a formal groundbreaking ceremony in light of COVID-19 safety concerns, but we didn't want to miss the opportunity to introduce our team to the community. Thanks for tuning in virtually via Facebook Live. Over the next 20 minutes, I'll introduce you to folks from the project team, and you'll learn more about what's happening today and what this project has in store for Oshkosh. First, let me find Mike Murphy. Mike is the Director of Operations for the Northern Operation for Green Fire Management Services. Mike, what's happening on site today?
Well, first off, we're excited to be here and work with the Merge team, so that looking forward to the partnership. What's going on site today is we are pouring footings and foundations, as you'll see out here. The excavation for the building is complete, so things are moving along well on schedule. All of the geopiers are in, and you will not see those. They're buried beneath the ground at this point. So things are going great, and we're actually just slightly ahead of schedule on some items.
What do you think will be happening in the next month or so? When can Oshkosh residents see this project coming out of the ground?
Well, you're going to see foundations and the concrete work over the next 2 weeks take place. Additional site work will be going on, and then the actual wood structure of the structure of the building will start taking place in mid-September. Again, you probably are more excited about the end date, is when people will move in, and July 20th is our date that we're going to turn the building over, if not sooner.
Awesome. So August move-ins, we're looking forward to that. Tell me a little bit more about the operation, the Green Fire Management team.
Yeah, so Green Fire is owned by the Potawatomi Business Corporation, which is the economic development arm of the Forest County Potawatomi. We have two offices. One is the corporate office in Milwaukee, and then the regional office in the northern region is up in Wausau. So a lot of our team is from the Wausau office handling this project, and are excited to be involved in it. Kevin Hansen's our senior project manager, who you can't see, is over that way. And then Paul Kari, who's the project superintendent, back getting ready for the actual turning of the dirt. So we're excited about it, and the team's really pumped up to see the structure go up.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Good. Thank you.
All right. Next, we're going to talk with one of the architects that conceptualized Brio. We're going to try to dial up Dan Drendel on Skype. He's one of the principals at Slingshot Architecture, which is based in Des Moines, Iowa. All right, Dan, are you on?
I'm here.
All right. Dan, for those who haven't been following the development since we first came to town in 2018, can you share a little bit about how the project was inspired?
Absolutely. So whenever we start a project with Merge Urban Development, we always come to spend time in the community, meeting stakeholders and learning about what's been done before we ever arrived and what the history of the place is, so that we can interact with that and build upon what everyone is doing in the community. So I think some of the key things that stood out as we started to meet people was a true sense of humility, a desire and a value placed on quality and permanence and longevity, and just that the community works together to build out the things that the community needs. Particularly, we were inspired as we heard about how Waterfest, the event, was created as really an idea, not just as a concert idea, but as an idea to bring people together and to make them feel excited about their community and what their community could do. We also were excited that before we got to these sites, that the city had already put in plans and actually put in infrastructure for trails along the riverfront, and a desire to maintain and create a public access to the waterfront on these sites. So then to, the water and the community was integral to what people were talking about being important here. And so we started looking at what is unique about this particular city on this waterway. And we found that the character of the river really created an economic boom in the lumber industry contributing to things like rebuilding the city of Chicago after the fires and supplying a lot of material to that. And that was really created by geological conditions, like a really wide, flat river that was slow moving, really good for logs coming down the river. And that was part of geological conditions created by the escarpment that goes all the way up to Niagara Falls. And so in this region, the eastern side of Lake Winnebago is created by that escarpment and cliff system. But in this region, there are these outliers of rocks that sit in the landscape and that are part of that as well. And so we saw that these buildings could be those symbols of permanence. They can be recognizable as you come across the river and from different areas of the urban fabric, and that they could really be visually and in planning and in use exciting in the same kinds of ways. And so you'll see in the imagery of the buildings that there's kind of layered rock forms up on the upper levels with darker materials down below that kind of indicate shadows of those kind of cliff functions. And then what happens then in between them is, and inside these buildings, we can have great program like the co-op coming into this project, an amenity to the community, a place for community gathering. And then as we see the rest of the project built out, we'll have public spaces that also engage the river. So it's really exciting to be a part of it, and we love interacting with the community and building a place-specific solution for them that hopefully everybody can enjoy and be proud of.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. How does this project compare to the work you've done in your local market?
So we're at home in Des Moines. That's where I am right now. We have about 20 people on our team now. We've been growing up in about the last 15 years. That's how old the firm is. And most of our work for the first decade of our work was in our city, in Des Moines. And we were walking around and experiencing those projects and seeing what was changing in our city. Our city's been revitalizing and rejuvenating over the past 2-3 decades and really picking up steam over the last decade. And we've gotten to be part of that. We feel so fortunate to do so. But we've engaged in about 50 different urban revitalization projects, all different scales, all different types, from rehabilitation of high rises to conversions of old industrial buildings, working on repurposing parking garages, restaurants, offices, any type, multifamily residential, of course, because people want to live next to all these great things. But what we were able to take away from it was that every time we have an opportunity to do a project in the city, we can increase the vitality and connectivity and public space that people enjoy and interact in. So we can go beyond just the perimeter of the building and really go out into the city and see how we can connect and how we can be specific at those certain corners and locations within the city and react differently than we would on a different corner. And so that really inspires us to always engage in a city that we're not from by learning from the people that live there, what they've already done, where they already are going, where their momentum is, and how we can come alongside that and apply what we've learned here to help them accomplish some things that they're setting out to do.
Awesome. Thanks for dialing in, Dan. We sure appreciate
Absolutely.
it, and we definitely appreciate your passion for urban development. All right, so next I'll bring Danielle Piarkey over here. Danielle is with ISG, and ISG is the architect of record on the project. So the architect of record is responsible for preparing, finalizing, and signing off on all of the final construction documents. Danielle is a landscape architect, and she is based nearby in Green Bay, Wisconsin. First question for Danielle is, we've had a ton of interest already just putting the signs up in the residential units at Brio. Can you tell me a little bit more about the unit types that have been designed and some of the features?
Sure. So Brio includes 60 units of studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments. And when we enter the light-filled lobby, residents will have direct connections to the bike parking room and the package room. The units will have great amenities and also finishes. You can expect balconies, kitchen islands, luxury vinyl flooring, tall ceilings with exposed ductwork, and in-unit laundry.
Awesome. So the landscape architect, we need a landscaping question. What can Oshkosh residents expect to see along Jackson Street when the project is complete?
Yeah, well, the building facade and the landscape will be welcoming for folks biking, walking, or driving. We have a lot of visual interest planned throughout the year, and as many trees as would fit. It's a very urban site, so the team worked tirelessly together and throughout the process to ensure it's a great place for residents, shoppers, and the greater community.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Danielle. All right, next, Brenda Haynes. We're going to learn a little bit more about the first floor tenant, the Oshkosh Food Co-op, from its board chair. Thanks for coming, Brenda.
Thanks for having us. We're delighted to be here, and congratulations. This is such an awesome milestone.
Of course, thank you. So can you give us the lowdown on what's the latest from the Oshkosh Food Co-op?
Absolutely, be delighted to. So I'm here today on behalf of the 1,323 now member owners of the Oshkosh Food Co-op. We are working to open a community-owned grocery store that will be located right here in Oshkosh's Central City. We're really excited about it. So this is largely a volunteer-driven effort. And so we have a lot of things that are happening as we prepare to open in 2021. So right now we actually have a national search going on for our general manager, which is really exciting. Of course, we're working on store design plans right now as well. We put out a request for proposals for a general contractor, so that's coming down the pike. We have an RFP out for some brand work. We're going to look at updating our logo, refreshing it, and we're going to be talking soon with some of the neighbors who live in neighborhoods adjacent to the property. So we've got a lot of things going on right now, but really the really exciting piece, I think, is what's happening behind us here today, which is the construction of your building is getting underway.
Awesome. What does it mean to be a member-owned grocery store? Can you tell me a little more about that?
Yeah. So co-ops, food co-ops across the nation are member-owned grocery stores. That means when you join the co-op, you actually purchase an equity share and you are an owner of the store. So to join the Oshkosh Food Co-op is $180. You can pay it upfront all at once, or you can join on a monthly payment plan. So we try to make it affordable and accessible to folks. And as an owner of the store, you're actually helping make the project happen. And then long term, we're hoping to offer additional benefits to owners. So maybe some member incentives or member discounts or things like that. We haven't fully figured it out yet, but that's what's on the docket.
Awesome. So you said 1,323 members?
Yes.
What's the goal by the time the doors open?
We are hoping to get to 1,500 member owners by the time the doors open. So I think that's 177 to go. So if any of you out there watching today are so inclined, we'd love to tell you more about this story. You can also join on our website. So www.oshkoshfoodcoop.com/join is where you can join the fun.
Awesome.
Thanks, Joy.
When will the co-op open?
Oh, yes, the most exciting question of all. Well, we will begin, as you know, our construction or our build out in early April of 2021. That's the plan right now. And we hope to wrap that up by the end of summer and be open in early fall 2021. So August, September, that's what we're looking at. And we'll know more, of course, once our construction RFPs come back, if that's all possible. But that's the plan right now. So 2021, here we come.
Sounds great. Thanks, Brenda.
Thanks, Joy.
All right, finally, I'd like to hand it over to Brent Dahlstrom, another member of the Merge team. Since everyone who took part in making this project a reality can't be here today, we want to take some time to offer some special thanks and remarks.
Yeah, Joy, thank you so much. And thanks for everyone that joined us here virtually today. And want to thank so many of our partners that helped make today possible. First off, the city of Oshkosh, just tremendous help from the staff, the council, 2 different mayors throughout this process. It truly has been a team effort with the entire city of Oshkosh to get here. And then at the state level with the WEDC and as well as the Wisconsin DNR, both participated to kind of take care of some of the issues that we had and encountered on the site, and that always have been here. And without them, this project wouldn't be possible. Our lending partner, Intercity Bank, stepping up during COVID, right? It's not so easy of a time to take on a project of this magnitude, but they've been fantastic to work with, and excited to work with them on this project. Our capital partners, this is an opportunity zone project, and so we brought together investors from throughout the country, actually, in the end, and multiple states, and really excited about this project and the story that is being told with the co-op. I want to really thank the co-op, Green Fire, our architectural partners, and anyone else that I may have missed. And so we're excited to bring this project here. It is truly going to be one of a kind, and one that we're certainly proud of, and I hope the city and the community is as well. We're gathering everyone around. And socially distance, and I'll say goodbye, wave, and can't wait to show the building at the end, and we'll do another one at the ground, the ribbon cutting at the end when we open the project. Thank you.
Thanks so much.